Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If it's Patreons or channel members watching on the replay, thank you so much for your continued support. How is everyone?
We're a bit blurry.
I think I'm quite sharp. Do you need to come in a little bit?
Is that it?
I think that's it. Anyway, it'll sort itself out. I'm not touching it. Who's in the house? Mikkel is here. Michael Askew, Gurdeep, Chris Grant, One Man, 1 Year, Hannah Banyard. Ready to sit and eat my dinner with you guys. Oh, what are you having? Something nice. We've got plantains.
I've eaten mine. Bean and plantain chili.
Bean and plantain chili.
Yeah, we'd never had it
nearly
before.
said bean.
I didn't know what to do with the plantains that we got from Exotic Fruits. We had 2 this week and 1 last week, so we had 3 sitting there. Didn't know what to do with them. Googled it a bit and yeah, I found a chili recipe. It was really nice.
Yeah, it's good, was it?
Yeah, it's really different. It's kind of like the texture, and you sort of think like it's banana and it's a little bit weird, but it's nowhere near as sweet as banana. Yeah. So, yeah, very interesting.
Jason's House Herbivore shirt should be with him the first week of April.
Oh, very good.
Enjoy.
Thank
I hope you enjoy that. Right. I love that design. Are you a Game of Thrones fan, Jason? I don't know if you might have sussed that was where the inspo came from. Jill Woolley's in the house. Good to see you. Richard Brown, an adventurer, is up in here. 1 Man, 1 Year. Proud to say I ran my first 5K fully today and did it in under 40 minutes. You are amazing, my friend. I love it. You're such an inspiration. Since about the beginning of August 2020. So that's not long, is it? And considering like the mountain you've had to climb to get to be able to train, you know, properly, even like. You are an inspiration, my friend. Do follow 1 Man, 1 Year, 1 Fiddy on the gram. He's great stuff, if I do say so myself. Master of Mario Brothers. He's in the house. He's been vegan 3 years. Richie Brown's been vegan 5. We've been vegan 9 years.
Yeah, about 9 years.
9 years. Go Vegan Jackson's in the house. Richard Benham, half Greek. All the usual. If anyone's wondering why we select, so the people in green with the little insignia, they are channel members, and we sort of call it the Herbivore Army, a sort of a little in thing.
An in thing.
You can join the channel for a low fee. That's why I said it. Marijuana guy. Hey Paul, do you still practice or watch MMA? No, I've just really got more into my physique sort of training because I think that's the best use of me. It's not that I've lost interest in martial arts and stuff, but earlier on I was very motivated out of fear, and I wanted to be, you know, able to protect myself, and that really drove me to train really hard, like all the time, and I don't know, I just don't worry about it now. So, yeah, I'm sure I would enjoy to do some of it. I used to live for it. Just absolutely love it.
You're still ready to go anytime I surprise you around a corner. He's there. Scary.
Not sure what...
And if you ever meet Paul at a vegan event, never surprise him. Don't do it for a laugh and think, I'll see what, you know.
Not within striking distance, anyway.
Yeah, do not. He's got a bad reflex. My reflex is to go, ah! And his is to go, ready.
Richie Brown can only see floating letters. I thought we have got a background. Can the rest of you guys see a mountain and trees and that, or am I going mad?
We're sitting in the lake.
Hey, I've got a wet bum. Jason is aware. Pamo Dorino's in the house. Hannah is having air fried potato and veggies in tomato sauce. That sounds very nice. Yeah, I wouldn't mind some air fried potato bites.
Oh, we were going to do hummus, like hummus crusted potatoes, bake those, weren't we? You got the idea from somewhere, didn't you? We were going to give that a go.
And Esselstyn.
Let's have that tomorrow.
Yeah, just give them a try next. NKM Exotic Rescue and Sanctuary. That sounds very interesting. How do you rate Vivo Life's whole shake powder? I've only tried one, and it was the caramel biscuit. Is really tasty. I've only drunk it once because, of course, I'm more whole foods based. But for someone who's struggling to eat enough calories or is in a rush sometime and like, you know, they could just get a shake in like that, that would be a great choice. But I have got most of the bag sitting there. It's been their mum's now. But yeah, really tasty.
Compared to the alternatives that are on the market.
Yeah, it's really
that
good.
are full of all kinds of like junk. At least it's full of healthy stuff, isn't it?
It's third party tested for over 500 contaminants and all that good stuff. You know, like organic, like natural ingredient. Yeah, it's good. If anyone wants to buy any Vivo Life products, there's a code link down below, code HENCH10. You get 10% off any products. They do all the different powders, vitamins. What do they do? Maca, matcha.
So first order is 10% off, but if you come back and use that link to go to the site for any further orders, then we get a little. Yeah,
basically any orders do help support what we're doing on here, so we really do appreciate it. And they're great products and great people as well. Super chat. Val's music with the $5 super chat. He's really made of money. I've got an electric steamer, and every lunch I make a huge pile of corns, peas, lima beans. Is that carrot and greens and a few slices of tofu? Anything wrong with that? Yeah, you're not sharing it with me.
That sounds lovely.
That sounds great. I mean, I can't see a fat in there. So I would want some kind of, a little bit of seeds or nuts or something. Oh, no, mind you got some fat in the tofu, haven't you? That'll have some like omega-6s. Yeah, or shut up. No, that's a pretty well-rounded meal, really.
Nice. Could have some grain if you wanted more calories. But it sounds like an awesome meal, yeah.
Yeah, it's good to what I try and do. You don't have to do it at every blinking meal, but I try at most meals to get a legume, a whole grain, you know, a range of veggies, little fruit, little nuts or seeds, some herbs and spices. It's good to try and draw from the whole range of different whole plant foods, and in that way, you're more likely to be nutritionally balanced, and you're getting the range of different nutrients. And also, there's that concept of food synergy, whereby nutrients in one ingredient amplify the health benefits of nutrients in other ingredients, and the net result is you get like more antioxidant action, like more anti-cancer action. Like it's good stuff. But no, that's great. So I would eat that all day long.
Cowboy.
Then thanks for your kind support. It was very generous. Hey, Kayla, what is your favourite and least favourite vegan food? What a great question. I don't think anyone's asked that before. Favourite and least favourite.
You don't like sprouts, do you?
I don't like sprout. Brussels sprouts are my least favourite, but I will show willing and eat 1 to 3 in a given day.
I don't like broccoli, really.
What?
Gone off that. I've kind of gone off mushrooms as well, if I'm honest.
What?
I used to like them, but I've just gone off them. Yeah.
Favourite vegan food? I don't know. Do you mean in terms of meal or food item? Food-wise, I like Indian. Gemma made a lovely Whole Foods pizza last night with cassava flour and potato as the base. We're going to do a reel soon showing you how to do that. That was really lovely. It was really tasty.
I'm a big fan of tempeh these days. Can't get enough of it. Tempeh bacon, tempeh anything. Like, just really into it. Yeah.
Yeah, I like tempeh bacon.
Crave that.
Vegan Moon Cat's here. Hi, best buddies. Do subscribe to him. He's bloody good stuff.
He is good stuff.
Lee Johnson. I got an air fryer yesterday. I'm going to do buffalo collie wings, broccoli, okra, and mushrooms. Nice. Yeah, we should use the air fryer more.
Nice. Yeah, you could do like breaded mushrooms and onion rings and all sorts air fryer style. So you can have like baked, crispy. Well, you know, onion rings that aren't all oily and stuff. If you wanted to try something like that.
More healthful. Right, just looking for questiones. Dardy, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. I know you've been on here before. Hi guys, notice your knives don't look very sharp on your last video. Cutting the veggies, a bullet we were going to send. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know. I'm not doing it because I prefer dull knives.
We had some ceramic ones, didn't we? But they chipped.
With those knives we got were mega sharp when we got them. We need
Yeah.
to get a sharpener basically, like a whetstone
Yeah.
or whatever. But yeah, we had ceramic knives, like they were razor sharp. But
Yeah.
they chipped. They were really, and we were really being careful with them as well.
They're
It's really
brittle
frustrating.
ceramic knives, aren't they? So it's
Very brittle.
Unfortunate.
Any knife companies out there, please send me some knives and I will big you up. I don't want people cheeking my knives anymore. It's embarrassing. Background looks good to vegan something. That's cool. Oh, Richie, no, that was a camo joke from the other back. Oh, the saver thing. Right, now I understand. I was confused. Lee Johnson, I got the Ninja air fryer. I didn't know they did air fryers as well. I know they do smoothie makers, don't they? Lee Johnson, Vivo needs to ship to Canada. Vivo used to ship to Canada, but so many of the parcels got seized at customs and didn't make it to the recipients. If it wasn't for COVID, I imagine by now that Vivo Life would have built their 2 facilities. They're building one east and one on the west coast in Canada. I'm guessing that it got delayed because of the COVID thing, but rest assured they are on it.
They really get on with things. They don't mess around, do they? We might see them at a veg fest and there'll be a talk of, what product should we bring out, and then, people might suggest things. And then before you know it, you see an email or, and it says we're now launching this. And you think, wow, how did you do that so quick? They're very professional, aren't they? They're always cracking on with new things.
Yeah, they really are. Mark Crossy's in the house. Good to see you, brother. DJ Cat. I made it. Was just about to sleep, but got a hangout bit. Nice.
Oh, nice to see you.
Richie, are electric steamers better or harder than the usual gas hob steamer? About the same, I'd say. I can't really remember. I did have one for a long time, and I can't really remember any difference. Go vegan. I'm batch cooking a chickpea coconut curry tonight with root vegetables and leftover bananas. You sick man.
Yeah.
Vegan Mooncat is lying. Wake up, Paul. Sprouts are awesome.
Oh.
Afraid you're wrong.
I saw someone serve up a curry once that had bananas in it. I just couldn't try some. I just couldn't get my head around it. No, it wasn't for me.
Pineapple on pizza, yeah, lovely.
Yep.
Bananas in the curry, what the hell's going on there? DJ Cat goes through 2 to 3 bunches, is that the term, of broccoli a week? What is it? Stalks of broccoli? Heads of broccoli.
Yeah, that's right.
And a murder of crows and an ambush of tigers. Stacey Langley's in the house. Good have vegan Gosling. Blake Anthony also. We've got so many regulars now. It's really lovely. I'm really quite fed up with all this lockdown malarkey, and it's been a year. We've not really been able to hang out with people. It's
You're feeling it today, aren't you?
Yeah. I'm a bit fed up, if I'm honest. I love my life. I've got a lot to be extremely grateful for. Extremely grateful. But we are social animals. This is BS.
Yeah, we've got needs, haven't we? And one of them is, connection. And no matter how well everything else is going, if you've got one need that's not being met, you can't be fully happy, can you? Cowboy, why is your tail so fat? What have you been doing? Cowboy.
Everyone's music's making me laugh. Bulent's in the house. Good to see you.
Look at his fat tail.
What's he been up to?
What's he been doing out there? What have you been doing?
Blake Anthony tried the quinoa edamame corn salad and the lentil bolognese. A+, guys. Thank you.
Nice.
That's from the Where Do You Get Your Protein book, isn't it? Those ones. 35% off at the minute, just $6.49 for a lovely blinking hell. The lovely cookbook, such as like this one is. They've been selling like bonkers the last 2 or 3 days, haven't they?
Yeah, it was really slow for a while, and all of a sudden, now everybody wants this.
Thanks if you've been buying our cookbooks.
You can't call it.
No. What have we got to chat about?
Oh, are we all up to date? What's going on?
We're all up to date. I think I told you guys I got some lovely gifts lately. I got the Sherzai's new Alzheimer's solution. That was their other book. Anyway, they got a new book on Alzheimer's prevention. That's fantastic. I got Patrick Baboumian's Earthraiser graphic novel. That's really good. I've done a couple of posts on Instagram. If you're not following us, follow us up here. Hench_Herbivore, Gemma _Herbivore. I've got some amazing new trainers to promote, made out of corn. Made out of corn.
How are they made out of corn? You can't eat them.
It's weird, isn't it?
Confusing me. Yeah.
Should I show the good
Yeah.
boys and girls?
It's very good how so many more companies are being sustainable. Oh, they're not just carbon neutral, they're carbon negative.
Carbon negative.
Carbon negative. How do you achieve such a feat?
A feat. Run like the world depends on it. One of the founders is formerly of like Nike and Adidas. He said he hated their non-environmental practices. So he hooked up with these other couple of dudes.
Very good.
I can't wait to promote them. That's really great.
Exciting stuff. Don't forget to thumb up the stream, everyone, please. Thumb it up. What have you been doing today? You made a video.
Yeah, I saw that Mooncat had done a fantastic video laughing at Good Morning reporting on the new amazing trend of horse milk. It's so trendy, there's only one person doing it in the whole of the UK. But yeah, I thought I'd do a response as well. I tried not to copy it verbatim so I didn't get in trouble off Mooncat. Mark Crossy, Hench, do you stop taking vitamin D3 over the summer months? If I get a decent amount of sun, I do. On days where I don't really get out in the sun, I'll still take it then. Andre's in the house. Good to see you, my friend. The stream time has changed. It hasn't. No, it's always been 6 p.m. GMT.
We just came on time today.
We were on time. Is that what's throwing you?
Often we're usually 5 or 10 minutes late, so maybe that's it.
So yeah, Monday and Friday 6 p.m. GMT. Sunday morning for a solo one, just me, 7 a.m. generally. DJ Cat, Earthraiser, I haven't received mine yet, although it has to make it all the way to Australia. Yeah, that might take a little while longer. Yeah, super good though. Tom Hurley is in the house. Good to see you. One of my more toxic family members decided to come to my house and debate me on vegan nutrition. It's amazing how everyone turns into a nutritionist, isn't it? Normally they just eat any old crap, smoke fags and drink beer. I put a few of your recipes from Cookbook and Chronometer and he soon sat down. Good stuff.
Aww. That's very good.
Go Vegan Jackson. I'm looking for some decent vegan running shoes. So these are running trainers. Maybe just to work in the gym, subject to a price, of course. Yeah, I don't know how much they are, but the company is called Hylo, Hylo. They're super lightweight, super breathable. And what I really like about them is they're a wider fit, because normally I'm like a size 13, like UK 13, which is one size larger than the US. And so that, for one thing, I struggle to get them long enough, but also I need to have them a bit wider as well. And they're the most comfy trainers I've ever put on my feet, in all honesty.
Big old feet.
Big old feet. You're one lucky lady. You get to wash my big socks. Tom Hurley, he seems quite angry with me though. Now, is it possible, I'm not accusing you, but I'm asking you, is it possible that you're not connecting in quite the best way, perhaps? Or maybe he just doesn't like, if that's not the case,
maybe he's angry with himself.
You're a mirror to him and he's projecting, and that will be cognitive dissonance. We all like to feel that we're the hero of our own story, and of course we'd never harm an animal unnecessarily. However, if you're over there not eating animals and you're thriving, then he is harming animals unnecessarily, and that doesn't feel good. So ridicule, aggression, just blanking you, these are all perfectly normal human responses, unfortunately, and you've got to expect it. And the way really to deal with it is to just be super nice, just more lead by example, and when you're trying to advocate, it's better to ask questions like the Socratic method, rather than sort of beating people over the head with facts and sort of challenging their ethics. Yeah, if you sort of question and get them to unravel their own kind of hypocrisy, that is a lot safer. But there's very few of us that can communicate effectively and not cause a bit of a reaction. So the book Nonviolent Communication is really good reading for that.
Melanie Joy's got a book out all about communicating with non-vegans.
Beyond Beliefs. Have you read that yet, or you not had time?
Haven't read it. No, I have not read it. And one thing you could do is, if you think he's angry with you, you could ask him. You could point out and say, I get in the sense that you might be angry with me,
Yeah.
Are you? And how come,
Yeah.
People don't always expect you to be so upfront and point things out and ask.
Good words. Yeah, that can often be really disarming, can't it? Vegan Gosling started up his Vegan Army TikTok. Go and follow him over there. He's a great person. He sent us some awesome personalised mugs, didn't he? It's been a while since I've said this. Is it Laban? Said, let me guess, the argument for horse milk was that we have horses anyway, and horse milk. The argument was that his daughter was in Belgium and there was a horse dairy, and she drank some of that milk, and then her eczema went away. And he said, basically horse milk is like this super elixir. It's dropped his cholesterol rate down. And so in my video response, which I'll put out probably later tonight, I just pointed out that, did you know that cow's milk is directly linked with eczema? So is it at all possible that it's not the fact that she was drinking horse milk that healed the eczema, it's the fact that she wasn't putting in cow's milk? And also cow's milk has 3 times the fat of horse milk. So again, it's not that horse milk has dropped your cholesterol down, it's the fact that you're not drinking cow's milk, which ramps it up more than the horse milk does. However, the horse milk has still got saturates, it's still got the same cholesterol, it's still going to give you a second stroke. You'd already had a stroke. And yeah, if you want to pretty much not guarantee that you won't have another stroke, but if you want the best chance not to have a second stroke, and you want to not develop the various different cardiovascular diseases, you would switch to soya milk, because that's not got these harmful components.
People get it into their heads that a certain thing, some people eat one meal and then they go, oh God, no, God, I got some wind or a bit of a tummy pain, I can never eat, potatoes again, or whatever, oh yeah, I was eating this way for a bit and then I got like this, so it's definitely because of that. But there's so many variables all the time, isn't there, as well? And people blame things on some weird things sometimes, in my opinion.
Word up. Les Jones, how about air fryers? How about them? They're great people, aren't they?
Yeah, you don't have to use any oil at all. Amazing. I'll tell you what's good in an air fryer is sweet potato fries. In the oven, they kind of just come out a bit soggy still, but in the air fryer, they don't come out crisp like white potatoes, but they're not soggy. You know, they are much firmer, nicer.
What else do we love out of an air fryer? We made sort of baked falafels, didn't we, without oil?
Kale chips.
Kale chips, they're amazing. Oh, let's have some kale chips.
Kale chips.
Curried roasted chickpeas, they're a good little snack.
Yep.
Very healthy.
Apparently
as well.
you can make all sorts in there, cakes and everything, but we haven't been that adventurous with our trying.
Also, we don't eat cakes.
Well, yeah. We eat healthy cakes.
You all right, Andre? You all right? Oh, what a great question. Hench and Gemma, tell us a few things on your bucket list.
Nice.
I don't know that I've really sort of sat down and formulated one, but definitely I'd like to do a lot more travelling. I'd like to do a lot more travelling, see what the vegan scene's like in different parts of the world, just meet new people of various cultures and just sort of soak that all up.
I would like to, I have thought a little bit about this. I would like to see Nako the Bear Medicine for the People live. Would love to see them live sometime in some country. I'd like to do travelling. I'd like to visit some of these places that have beautiful waterfalls. That really appeals to me. I'd like to learn to sing and play the piano. Not like really great or anything and to do it for people, but just for myself, you know. That's something I'd like to do. What else? Get married.
That would be good.
Yeah.
What else? I would like to do an heroic dose of hallucinogenic like mushrooms or some plant medicine for the purpose of sort of like a spiritual experience and like ego dissolution and just learning. But I've had a few goes now and I seem to be immune to it. I think I'm just too big and powerful. Also, don't do drugs. Drugs are bad.
Yeah. I would like to go to some events, you know, the type of events that cost quite a lot of money, that are about like growth and change, like maybe a Tony Robbins event, a Joe Dispenza, like week-long retreat, maybe a Teal Swan one. There's a lot of people that I've learned great information from them, and I think, wow, if you spent a week there immersed in their teachings, how much could you grow and change? So I'd really like to. Joe Dispenza's top of my list at the minute. I think it's about 2,000. He's got an event in November in London. 2,000 to go to that. That would be nice. Probably not. Probably won't happen this year, but some year, definitely. I'm going. Definitely going.
Right, where was I? Stacey Langley, I got a book on women's health. It's a bestseller. Flick through it. She's saying it's hard to be healthy on a vegan diet and need a load of supplements to make you question the whole book. Yeah, I would.
Oh,
the person's obviously a complete moron. Brilliant. Today is Chef AJ's birthday. Shall we sing for her? I'll do you a favour. I'll tell you what. If she comes in here, we'll definitely sing for her. We'll definitely sing for her. You met her, didn't you, at True North?
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Yeah, she was doing some like cooking workshops, and she did one sort of talk about her story of her health transformation while I was there. Yeah, nice lady.
Hannah, thoughts on high carb, low fat diet? It's likely the healthiest way to eat. I mean, it depends like how low fat you mean. I don't think like some people say to really like go mad low. The longest lived people on record were the Okinawan to the 1940s, and I mean they did have quite low, like about 8% or something. I feel like that could be a bit risky, particularly if you're on low calories, because you know you need a certain amount of essential fatty acids for like brain health, heart health. You need to make inflammation in the body if you get an infection or something like that. And of course, the fats are the substrates from which we make our steroid hormones, like, you know. So I don't like to see it too low. I don't like to see it ridiculously low. But I think lower fat really emphasise the whole grains, the legumes, the fruits, the vegetables, bit of nuts and seeds. From what I've seen, I think it's likely the healthiest diet in the world, particularly in terms of disease prevention, treatment, and even reversal for some diseases. It's the way I prefer to eat. Because I need to eat so many calories, I actually go a bit higher in fat now, and probably around 25% generally. I would prefer to be no more than about 15% in an ideal world if I could help it. But I've got these sports goals, and so it's not possible for me to go quite so low.
You have to eat a lot of food.
Yeah. Good old Cherie's in the house. Nice to see you, my lovely. Wielding a wrench. If Af. Horse milk. I saw that online. An idea to cure his daughter's eczema. Mad, isn't it?
Bonkers.
Like it's some sort of magic elixir. It's so weird if you think about it.
Yeah. Why would you want to drink anything or have anything that comes out of anyone or any animal? We're all animals. It's weird.
Extravaganza is in the house. Thanks for joining. I don't think I've seen you in the chat before. Where are you from? How's the vegan scene there? How are you doing? We'd like to welcome everyone to the stream.
You got any tracksuit bottoms on?
Weird.
You didn't normally say it.
Gerdeep, do you know of any vegan hiking boots? Yeah, I got given some from Will's Vegan Shoes.
Oh, they're so good.
Yeah, go to Will's Vegan Shoes. What is the sole? It's Vibram, is it?
Yeah, that's right.
It's got like a Vibram sole. They're the best boots I've ever owned by far.
I've got some boots. I bought them when I was a dog walker, and I've been walking in them for years. Like a lot of walking.
Were they from
every
Will's
day.
as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, Will's Vegan
They're still
Shoes.
going. I'd say another year or so, I might need to get a new pair, but I've had them for years. They last such a long time.
Mine are brilliant. They just, they're so well made. Really comfortable as well. DJ Cat's funny. Yeah, he probably is just mad at the science. So probably is just mad. Thanks, Cherie. Really cool. So, which vegan cheese do you use? I'm finding for the best vegan cheese. Do you want to elucidate him?
I will elucidate you, whatever that means. Don't get coconut oil-based cheeses.
Heart disease cheese.
Bad for you. I put my tongue out really far. I saw that on the replay. We like Tyne cheese, Nutcrafter Creamery. What else? These are cashew-based cheeses, so they still have like the probiotic or whatever, like fermenting them or whatever that works. But really creamy, really tasty.
They seem like real cheese to me.
Yeah, you can get like harder ones, or you can get softer ones. What's that one? Mouse's favourite. We like that.
Oh
as
yeah,
well.
Mouse's favourite.
They do a camembert that's nice with like a proper sort of rind kind of thing on it. That's really good. There's the only ones I can think of. Yeah, they're our favourites.
Yeah, they're the besties.
Yeah. We've got a recipe on the channel for a cheese. What is that made of? Sunflower seed cheese. Yeah, set with agar. Yeah, that is really nice. It's a bit softer, more like a like a cream cheese, but you can also use it as a replacement for like sunflower seed spread or like margarine. Any sort of breaded products. Really nice.
Steve Slatter, how do you deal with people being facetious?
What does facetious mean again?
Like just bellends. So to explain it, I know what he means. Okay. I think it's like its own word. Treating issues with deliberately inappropriate humor, like flippant. Yeah, flippant would be you.
Flippant. Oh.
If they're like purposefully trying to pee me off, well, no one does that to me in real life because they daren't. And B, if it's online and people are purposefully just being a bellend, I just tend to press the button where you like restrict them, like hide their comments. And in that way, they can keep benefiting my algorithm, but no one will ever see their comments ever again. So I don't have to like let it annoy me. I just laugh to myself when people do stuff like that because I think, well, you're done. And I was off. How do you deal with facetiousness?
Put it another way, like if they're being flippant of like your feelings and like
invalidating.
Really. Is that it? Like sort of invalidating.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'd call people out on it. I think I'd say it in the moment. I'd tell them like, I'd be really honest, like, oh, when you say X, Y, Z, well, this is how I feel, you know, and then I might follow up with a request, like, would you be willing to whatever, so non-violent communication, or, yeah, just call it out, like, but not in a way of saying, oh, you're always rude to me, or, you know, stuff like that, because people then get really defensive, but just to be really honest, like, you know, to exactly say what people are doing, you know, not like, what was the example in the book, like, oh, you're always late home from work, like, no, oh, 3 nights this week, you didn't get home till gone 10, and I felt lonely and missed you, like, whatever, I don't know, that's not anything about really what you're saying, but that's like talking in terms of what someone's exactly doing without adding a judgment on it, so that people don't get so defensive.
That's the important bit, not
Just,
adding
like,
a judgment, isn't it?
calling
And not
it out.
exaggerating it.
Yeah, and calling it out, and then speaking of, like, how you feel.
Which no one can argue with how you feel, can they?
Yeah, exactly.
And then you just make a request, don't you? Like.
Yeah, but you don't have to, or potentially. But
right.
Yeah, that's something I'd think to do.
Yeah.
But and yeah, if you tell people like how you're feeling and they don't change and they keep doing it, they clearly don't care about your feelings. You know, as much as someone might say. They might say, oh, sorry, I won't do that again, or, like, you know, whatever. But if they keep doing that same thing and making you feel that same way, even though you keep, like, telling them, clearly not going to change. So I guess you can reevaluate and think, okay, well, if this person doesn't change, they keep treating me this way, do I want them in my life, you know?
Yeah, I'll be honest, like, the more that longer time's gone on, the less I just suffer fools. I just can't be bothered with them. I just can't be bothered. I really can't.
Sometimes it's, like, worth a chance, worth a go at, like, being really honest about how you feel. Sometimes people genuinely just don't really know. They're just on autopilot and they don't know how they're making others feel. So I think this can be nice to give people a chance to really tell them how you feel. But yeah, if they keep then, they just don't change their behaviour or keep invalidating you or whatever, it's okay to, like, not be around these people, you know, whoever they are.
This
doesn't
is it.
matter.
This is it. I just like to surround myself with quality people who make me feel good. Do you know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with that. And if people, like, get upset that you're cutting them out, well, that's their fault. They should just behave more differently, shouldn't they? Like, particularly, like, if Gemma says, if you give them a chance and whatever as well.
You could also question, like, try and put yourself in their shoes for a minute and think, how might they be feeling in this relationship? Like, so it can be easy to think, like, something like, oh, who hurt this person? They never call me, they never bother with me. But then if you turn it around, you could think, well, am I calling them? you know, like, so I'm not saying necessarily that you're doing this thing to that person that you're saying they're doing to you, but sometimes if we flip it around and we ask ourselves, okay, who am I being in the relationship? And, you know, if I want them to be a certain way, who would I need to be to make them treat me in the way I want to be treated? And sometimes we can get some insights about, you know, the way that they might be feeling. I think I heard someone say once that, like, people sort of set you up to feel how they feel. Teal Swan was saying, like, babies do this, you know.
It's to set you up to feel how they feel. So it's not that you're making them feel that way. It's that they're feeling that way. So then
yeah, like they're trying to.
Oh, I never understood that before.
They're trying to, like, elicit the same feeling in you, so you know how they feel.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what I've heard. That's what I've heard her say. So sometimes I think, okay, how am I feeling in this relationship with this person? Okay, let's imagine they feel the same way, and if they do, what might I be doing to make them feel that way? Or what could I do to make them feel different? And then I might feel different. You know, I don't know.
Good words.
I'm just going to shut the back door because it's a bit cold.
Thomas saying he has Asperger's, so sometimes he comes across wrong. Hopefully, we can overcome discussion about it. So, yeah, that will make it slightly more challenging, won't it? Potentially, you know, it's such a common thing nowadays, and you know, hopefully, if it's a family member or a loved one, that they can take that, you know, into account and. Yeah, but yeah, that will make it slightly more difficult, of course. Yeah, hopefully you'll suss it out though, sooner or later. Over time, often people's defences come down naturally, I've found. And sometimes, what I've found, which is really weird, is the people who protest the most about veganism are the ones who are closer to changing. Don't ask me why.
You just made me think about something.
What is it?
So Joe Dispenza was recently saying. He was talking about meditation and when you're about to have a breakthrough. So you're trying to break this habit of being your same habitual self. So you meditate, your body throws up something, oh, you're uncomfortable, you could start tomorrow, like, this is too hard, I'm not comfortable, too hot, like whatever, and you keep settling yourself back down. You do it over and over. And he said it's kind of, he compared it to a very non-vegan act. He said it's like training a stallion. And he said, like, sometimes right before they're gonna give up, they have one last effort, their last bit of energy, they try one last time, to rebel. And he was saying that the body's like that. It will try like one last time to rebel before it finally surrenders, past into the unknown, where something can be different, where you can have actual change. And what were you saying? How does that relate to what you were saying?
I got a clue.
No, come on, this is important. What were you saying?
What was I saying? Oh yeah, sometimes the people who
yeah. So is it like these people? They're having one last try. You're starting to make sense to them. They're starting to feel uncomfortable. They're going to have one last attack and one last go at you just to see if you will give in. Because if not, they're going to have to give in. It's like the one last ditch
last
effort.
hurrah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
like,
no, that does.
Might be
yeah. I like that.
What's that cat doing? It's gone mad.
Red treatment. What's the best bottled water to buy, or the best filter tap bottle? I would say go with a filter because it's going to work out a lot cheaper and less faff.
And less waste.
Less waste.
Yeah.
We like the Berkey water filter, Berkey. It's one of the cheaper ones, and it's about the best rated in most sort of categories. If you're going to do bottled, then obviously you want to avoid plastics, really. So that would be like a glass. Sarah Foy's in the house. Good to see you. That's good news, Larben. Peace Channel's in the house. Thanks for joining. Thanks for the love. And right back at you. Don Juan, have you ever heard of this weird dude, Sferage? I think I have. Isn't he that backwards, sun-gazing, stabby, wannabe cannibal, flat earth, science denying contrarian with equally fascinating hairline?
Who says that drinking water will dehydrate you and exercise is bad for you? Bonkers.
I've never heard of him. DJ Cat, I'm going to try and make some homemade hummus this week. I'm sure it was in your cookbook. Yeah. What is it? A cheesy hummus?
Yeah, cheesy turmeric hummus. Yeah.
I guess is it the basic hummus recipe but with added? Yeah,
it's just got one or two other things kind of in it.
But it's got like the lemon and the garlic and
tahini and
cumin.
Yeah, I think it's got cumin, nutritional yeast, turmeric.
Yeah. People love that recipe anyway. I certainly like it.
Yeah, I think tomorrow we're going to make a serving of that and then coat potatoes in it and then roast them. See how that turns out.
Ankit Sapra tried vegan biryani. I've tried vegan biryani on numerous occasions, but thank you. It is delicious. Chav Machine liked, commented, and already subscribed. Hey Hench, glad to make it to hello. It's good to have you here, my friend. How are you doing? How's it going? What have you been up to? Where in the world are you, Chav Machine? And how's the vegan scene there, where it is that you are? Well, it's bloody jumped, didn't it?
Shri was saying we should get married so there can be a big vegan wedding or something like that.
Yeah, let's do it.
She was saying, I think. Yes.
Let's do it.
Got to save up a few pennies. Figure out where we want to get married as well. That's another question. And at the minute, you can only have like a handful of people there, so just wait a little while longer.
Oh yeah. That was the next question.
Yeah, big vegan pie.
Oh, Michael Askew, that is so generous. He's donated $20 UK. What a lovely guy. What's he asking? He's not even got a question.
What?
20 whole squids and he's not even got a question. He's just supporting his local neighbourhood vegan YouTubers at the kindness of his blinking heart. Can we have a round of applause, please, for that man, Michael Askew?
That is really kind. Very very generous. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. That means a lot. That means a hell of a lot. Oh, I'm a bit upset.
What a generous, kind soul.
Daddy is saying that there are some nice waterfalls in Iceland and an active volcano at the minute. That sounds dangerous and exciting. Lanky, I'm not going to say the surname, brings up a good point. The drugs are bad. Okay. Vols, does anyone ever cook with a tandoor oven? No. I want to, but I live in an apartment. No. Personal area, so not exactly easy, no. Vegan cat, one mop bucket, cold bucket, will bucket. These are three on my bucket list. It's very silly. Sarah Foy, about psychedelics, I took 1,000 micrograms of acid. What is that? About 3 if they're 4 if they're like really large tabs? They vary, don't they? They come in about like they sort of vary, don't they? They sort of vary. But anyway, took 1,000 mics of acid, and my God, spiritual awakening is an understatement. Had an ego death. Oh, that's really interesting.
And how did you feel after that, like, going forwards? Like,
yeah, has it forever changed you?
Yeah, would you say it's one of the top most, like, bonkers life-changing experiences of your life? Because that's what people often say, isn't it?
I don't know if bonkers, I mean, it probably is pretty bonkers, but like, sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a real revelation sort of thing. Real paradigm shifting kind of experience. Yeah. Chav Machine's favourite exotic fruit? That's a great question.
Well, we've tried some lately. Whew, every week, new ones, even though we've had 8 orders.
What did we try this week? Lime quats?
Yeah, they were a little sour, but...
Lime quats. Yellow passion fruit. They were cool. They were a lot bigger and
they
longer.
were so nice.
There was another new one, wasn't there? What was it? Oh, feijoa. Feijoa, a little green thing.
Oh yeah, we've got. It's not ripe yet. That one we've got.
No, we got 2. We tried to eat 1, but it wasn't ripe yet.
Yeah.
Sapodilla are delicious. Mangosteen.
Yep, snake fruit's one of my favourites.
Snake fruit or salak. Yellow pitahaya is like a sort of dragon fruit. Very sweet.
Yep. What's that one that's like round and it's got all seeds in and it's got a stalk?
Grenadilla.
Yeah.
Oh, they're so delicious, aren't they? Sort of
so
perfumed and
yeah.
just really sweet.
Yep.
They're not the same flavour, but they put me in mind of Parma violets. Do you know what I mean? Like just really fragranced.
Yeah.
What are some other great fruits? Oh, Burmese grapes. Burmese grapes, they're something else.
What are those little potato fruits? I call them potatoes.
Sapodilla.
They look like little brown potatoes.
Sapodilla, yeah, they're great.
They're really good.
Yeah. If anyone's interested to try different fruits and you're in the UK, you can get a delivery from exoticfruits.co.uk. I don't think there's a link below, but yeah, exoticfruits.co.uk. Code HENCH30, 30% off your first delivery. They deliver to your door. 15% off subsequent orders, code HENCH15. And yeah, people are eating it up, literally. I love it. We've got the best looking fruit bowl that you've ever seen.
Yeah, I keep going on about this, but normally this time of year we just eat apples, pears, bananas and grapes. But no, we have these exciting fruit salads every day. Oh my God.
Sarah Foy saying that she worked up to 100 mics, but if in the right mindset, of course, it's amazing to work up to that dose. Yeah, I did the similar thing. Like mostly I went with psilocybin and yeah, started on like 1 gram, then I went 3 grams, then I went 5 grams. But and then I went higher, and then I thought I'd done a decent dose of LSD, but I'm guessing that it was like underdosed because it wasn't that great. So then I added in some shrooms I happened to have, and still I didn't like take off. I mean, it was a marvelous, moving, emotional, fun experience. There was like learnings to be had, but I just can't seem to take enough. Of course, you don't want to get it wrong and take far too much and then have a horrible time of it.
Yeah, and people can have a horrible time of it, so, you know, look into it if it's something you want to do, and not everyone should do it, so, yeah, be mindful.
Yeah, I know. Let's do heroic days together sometime, somewhere. I got excited when I remembered how great experience I have. Don't stress about that suggestion would be great, though, I think. I'm not too sure. I feel like I really have to be either alone or around people I know really, really well. It's easy to get kind of paranoid, isn't it? Maybe if I got more comfortable, if I did it a few times, then yeah, I might think differently about hanging out with like other people. But yeah, I think I'd be probably paranoid at this stage. Yeah, I've just not done enough of it really, I think. Yeah, maybe one day we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. DJ Cat's got a papaya tree. Wow, I love papaya.
What? Oh yeah, I forgot about papaya. It's one of my favourites.
Papaya, honey mangoes.
Yeah.
Yvonne's there. Good to see you. DJ Cat, it's so funny.
DJ Cat, can I come and live with you where you are? Just
Oi.
Under your tree. Well, you can come as well. Can we?
Oh, okay.
Can we both come? I won't eat all your papayas, I promise.
False music, Paul. How about the 80-10-10 carbs, protein, fat ratio for non-athletic people? Is that okay? I don't really know. I wouldn't want to say. It seems a bit extreme to me. But again, like the Okinawans, they were even more extreme than that, and some of the longest lived people on the planet. So I don't know, really. I don't know. I would prefer to see a bit more balanced than that. Not hugely, but I don't think we've really got the data to really say definitively. And again, it also depends on how many calories you are. If you're on a massive amount of calories, because like you're larger and you can get away with it, then that 10%, you know, could be a lot of fat. If you're on a mouse's amount of calories, that 10% can be next to nothing. Do you see what I mean? It's not all about the sort of percentage, but it's the total amount. You know, so it sort of depends where you are in terms of that. So that's something. I think the lower your calories go, the more I would be hesitant to go that low. Yeah. Annie, what do you think about Earthling Ed? What do you think about Earthling Ed?
He's good people. Yeah.
He's our Lord and Saviour.
Yeah, I think he's a nice guy. I've met him in person. He seems really nice, and he's just really dedicated. He's spent so many years becoming eloquent and well versed. You know, and he really knows his stuff, and he's
so
just
non-egoic. That's what I like about him.
Yeah.
He can really connect with people, even angry farmers, and like turn them around, disarm them with his niceness.
Yeah, he's got great communication
My hat's
skills.
off to him.
I think for an activist who wants to do that style of activism, it's key, you know. He's really put in the time, he's really dedicated his time to be good at what he does. Yeah.
Oh, Jade Gravelling. Not a question, but I saw you and Gemma today, stood behind you both at the traffic lights opposite B&Q. Oh! I remember seeing a lady. So I saw you. On Two Chicken to actually say hello. How dare you? We would have loved to have said hello. Oh! We're just people.
We were off to
We're not even that great.
We were off to get our groceries. Yeah, we could have said hi.
Yeah. That's a shame. Anyway, look, nice to have seen you in the flesh finally, albeit very briefly. That's funny. Are we miles behind? People are talking about cheese here. Should we zip forwards a little bit?
Yeah, because we're nearly at the end of the stream anyway, aren't we? So.
Guys, we're going to skip forward so we're a bit more up to date with the chat. If we miss your comment or question, do pop it back in the chat and hopefully we'll get to it this time. Raya, I'm eating another vegan today. I was amused to meet how can we start veganism in a country like Jordan. I think, first of all, you need to start like a sort of a meet-up group. You know, where people can come and learn about veganism and have vegan friends and community. And then from there, that it sort of would develop, I think. That's what happened in our town anyway. someone just put a sign up outside a health food store saying vegan meetup group at this church around the corner. They hired this room out in this church. And apparently the first week 5 people came. Pretty soon 50 people were coming, and 80 people. And then like sort of separately from that, activism groups started. I mean, they were doing some outreach of their own, bits and pieces. And then like an AV group started, and yeah, I think that's the way.
Oh, we've missed a super chat a while back. Oh,
Have we?
So sorry. So sorry about that. I don't know how we managed to miss
Oh,
that.
yeah, I did see that come up, and I meant to get to it. You were talking. Sorry, Cracking Visuals kindly donated £2 Great British pounds.
Thank you.
Bless you. Hey, Paul and Gemma, I'm a long-term fan and vegan activist. I make animations, of which was promoted by the official vegan community. I make an animation called The Cow Snatchers, about aliens who abduct, harm cows, twist humans are the aliens. Brilliant.
Nice.
I love it. Where can
Brilliant.
people see your work, Cracking Visuals? Where can people see your work?
Yeah, thank you for the support.
Thank you for the
very
support,
much.
and thank you for caring about animals. You rock.
Yeah.
Bless you. Thank you for being so patient. That's really kind. Where was I? Annie, do you know something about the vegan zombie? Yeah, Chris is his name, isn't it? He's hasn't he been vegan for a ridiculously long time? Like, I might have this wrong, but I've got a feeling it's like 30 years or something stupid. I think he's in his sort of 40s. He seems like a super chill, nice guy from what I've seen. Thanks, Roya. Vels is doing a hike with the vegan meetup group on Saturday. Very good. Stain's in the house. Good to see you, Stain. Cracking Visuals on their channel. Right, so go and subscribe to Cracking Visuals. Billion Cover. Hi, Hench. Love your channel. Thank you. Just wondering, what is your opinion on ex-vegans? Would you cut ties with a friend or someone you know if they fall out of veganism? I wouldn't really be sort of drawn to hang out with them. It's not really happened to us, has it? Not people online, like some like YouTuber divs who are too stupid to get gut tests, or if they had a gut test and got diagnosed with SIBO, they didn't do anything about it and ate animals instead when they could have easily cured it, and they had Goji Man's free assistance available. But other than that, yeah, just not. It's not occurred.
Depends, like, why, doesn't it? Like, what's going on for them? And I suppose if you're not around, you can't be a positive influence, you know. And like, it's complex. It's like when people talk about, what if your partner doesn't go vegan? What if you've been with that person for 40 years? What if you've been friends with that person since you were in, preschool? Or it's complicated. I think it's too complicated to just give a brief. Yes.
I kind of wouldn't want to hang out with them, I guess. But then, yeah, there can be like really mitigating circumstances. I don't know whether to talk about this or not really. I think it's all right. So we sort of made friends with one guy, and we took it he was vegan, but it turned out he was ex-vegan. And what happened for him is he developed such severe issues that he physically couldn't eat like a load of plant foods, and it seemed as though he needed to eat some animal products to make up his calories, and he was devastated. He wasn't happy about it. It's not what he wanted to do. But after chatting with him for a while, and we told him about the FODMAP thing, I think he's been able to mitigate that, and he's haven't had tests done, and I think did he get diagnosed with an issue yet?
I can't remember what he last said, but he's been working with Goji Man, I think, hasn't he?
Has he? Right,
or had a test through him.
So he just didn't have the knowledge, and we kind of met him and realised, decided we liked him. He seemed like a lovely guy, and then we found out, he's actually ex-vegan, and that sort of surprised me. That had I known that, I would have had like a pre-judgment about him, but because I heard his story or I got to like him first, then I heard his story, I actually felt really sorry for him. And I could see how it could. This is the thing. This is what I first said when Tim Sheaf was being a bellend. you know, if you're in enough pain for long enough, you'll be surprised what you do. You do anything to get out of that pain. People forget that. But the other thing I will say is you can have tests run. You can find out what is the issue and you can treat it. And certainly, like I developed SIBO and a lot of people leave veganism because of that. However, like it was easily treated. I was in agony, but I got it diagnosed. I treated it really easy, and then I didn't have to eat animals. So, you know, I think it's just sometimes a lack of information. But more often than not, people are just bellends and they want to eat animals. And if that's the case, like I don't want to know you. I hope that makes sense. That was a great question.
I was saying, like, we were talking today, and I was saying about, you know, we're all at different levels of like awakening, if you like, and awareness, and we're all on different paths with our health and our, you know, level of like our consciousness and all this stuff, you know, and like, I don't know, say I was friends with a vegan like 10 years ago before I went vegan, and they were a great friend. You know, they suddenly like went vegan, and then I didn't get it. I was not at a place to get it yet, and then they decided to not be friends with me. Oh, that would be really hurtful if I think about it, you know, from the other perspective. And you get like couples, and one person will go vegan, one doesn't go vegan for a few years. You know, like we're all just on different places on our path. Maybe some people, maybe they have to heal emotionally so that they can expand their level of compassion to others, because they don't have that ability because they're in so much pain. They can't care about any other being or whatever, you know. We're all at different places, and it's really sad. Like, I wish everyone was like vegan immediately, but some people just aren't, and I don't know. If we're just in that person's life, then we can just be like a positive, like just influence, and you know, just guide them and keep planting seeds, you know. But yeah, that's just one thought, isn't it? You know, like if you don't want to be around someone who constantly goes on about, like teases you about veganism, or goes on about, oh, I love a bacon sandwich, you know, if someone's like being like that with you, well, you know, I wouldn't want to be around that.
They're right stupid. Right, just looking for questions. Timo, good to see you. What's the difference between frozen and fresh veggies? Is one better than the other? Frozen is so much cheaper. Yeah, isn't it? So it depends, like how fresh is fresh. If it's been picked, you know, and it's within about 3 days, basically day by day, the nutritional value goes down. And oftentimes, you know, by the time you've got the produce off the shelf, that might have been sitting around for 3 days, and then you get it in your fridge, and if it doesn't go off very quickly, like, you know, something's a bit wrong with it, because it should go off pretty quickly. So yeah, if you know that it's super fresh, you know, if you can eat it while it's still got its roots in the ground, like that's going to be the best way. Usually though, when producers freeze food, they freeze it on the day that it's harvested, and that locks in the nutrition. It doesn't hurt the nutrition, and it locks it in place. The downside is, you know, the texture is different. It can often be quite mushy. You can often like really lose the flavour. It varies from like, you know, whichever type of produce you're talking about. So yeah, in summary, in an ideal world, super fresh produce. But yeah, if you're trying to save money, if you don't want your stuff to spoil, if you don't want to have to keep trudging to the supermarket every 5 minutes, and you don't mind frozen. Some frozen stuff's fine, isn't it? Just some of it's not as good as it is when you cook it from fresh. It's all good. Yeah, it's all good stuff.
I'm working on a new cookbook, Whole Foods in a Hurry. It's about quick meals from scratch. And yeah, I'm utilising so much stuff like frozen pre-chopped garlic and onions and butternut squash. And, you know, I made this feijoada, and typically it would take like 30 minutes, you know, peel all the butternut squash up, you know, etc., all the prep, you know, but less than 10 minutes it took me to get it all on. So yeah, it can just really make whole foods eating a lot easier, you know, if you don't have time to cook things from scratch, or maybe you would if you had a load of like frozen stuff. Yeah, it's we've been an hour.
Yeah, you should really think about signing off. I was just having a look through the comments, and I just saw that Stephen Kirk is asking any tips for training for a mountain marathon. I'm in the flattest place on earth in the UK, Norwich. We're in Norwich. We two are in Norwich, if you didn't know. I've never run a marathon before. I bought your ebooks last night. And I love them. Thank you so much for your support. We really, really appreciate you. Just running up and down Gas Hill. That'll do it. Just off Riverside Road there. That's steep as hell. When I was training for my second Dan black belt, that was the other side of the city from me. I actually ran to Gas Hill, sprinted up it, and then busted out about 40 press-ups at the top. I did that as part of my sort of fitness training to get ready for my black belt. But yeah, you're gonna need to do some like hills and stuff. There's a few. You got like Junction Road and, as I say, Gas Hill, Grapes Hill, Ketts Hill. They're fairly steep. Yeah, you're going to really need, because they're sport specific and your legs are going to need. Actually, running downhill really hammers your hamstrings. Like you'd be sore as hell if you're not used to that, particularly if you're doing a whole marathon. Right. Thanks, moderators, for keeping us troll-free. Thanks for the generous super chats tonight, keeping the beans on our toast.
The wolves from the door.
And the camera's rolling. Do follow us on the gram, hench_herbivore.
Gemma_herbivore.
We're doing well with the reels lately. They're getting quite a few views, and people are loving them, the old short form content. So we're enjoying doing that. We did a great seitan recipe, didn't we? Barbecue seitan ribs, a few other little things on there. So follow us there. If you're new, we'd love you to become part of the Hench Herbivore community. You can do that by hitting the subscribe button and clicking the bell icon. And we'll be back Friday, 6 p.m. GMT. Set your reminders, because YouTube won't tell you. They're bad, bad people.
And just in case no one's told you yet today, you're a great person. All of you. Great person.